what is up, 24/7 Buff Fandemonium? What's up, Buff fan base? What's up, Bills Mafia? It is 7:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the dot. That's the way we do it here at Sunday Sessions, on the dot. We are your pregame kickoff show, brought to you by Buff Fan Base and 26shirts.com. I myself and Swank from the K-Gun Report. Right over here next to me is a face that you might recognize, but a voice that would put your girlfriend to sleep. And you might worry about it. She dream about this man right next to me. This is Ryan Thomas from the Thomas Take Sports Podcast. What's up, RT?
What an introduction. Oh man, that was great. That was great. That might be your best one yet, Swank. You've given me plenty of good introductions. That might
comes
be
right off the top, man. You know?
Oh, it's a great day, great night for Buffalo Bills prime time game of the week. Bills versus Ravens. I'm pumped to be on once again with you boys, and let's get to it.
Hell yeah. And thanks for covering for me here this last Tuesday and joining the boys. Scooter and Jerry and RT put on a hell of a show here this last Tuesday for the K-Gun Report, so mega appreciate. And moving right along down here, right here, you got it? Yeah. That's my brother from another mother, Mr. Scooter Magooter. Scott, what do you got?
Get the cracking, fellas, and get the snapping. I'm ready for some football. I tell you what. Yes, RT, thanks for filling in. It's always a good damn show when you're on. We missed you, Swank.
Yeah.
Hey, we got some business to talk about. A nice little half an hour show recapping our feelings and going over those actives and inactives. It's going to be exciting. Let's go, Buffalo.
That's right. We're going to talk about our feelings. If this is your first time joining Sunday Sessions, we try to keep it nice and tight, man. The inactives, actually, I wasn't even looking. They're probably out right now, dude. The inactives come on usually right when we go on. We get about an hour and a half before kickoff, and here we are for it. We get you our last minute takes. We got a couple new things that we're going to be doing that we kind of started here these last week or twos, because the boys at 24/7, they be crazy about their SpaghettiOs, and if you chug SpaghettiOs before the game, we are undefeated. It is proven. Also, I have a very special Eli's take score prediction that we didn't get to at the Tuesday K-Gun, and they sent it the video, and so we'll get his prediction in with our prediction now, bat and clean up on that. But yeah, man, it's gonna be like a clip show, I guess. You know, we're gonna throw some clips up there. It'll be a good time. Love all of you guys. Thanks for being in the comments. Corey, Patrick, Casey, Nicole, Lou RQ, John Johns, Christian. Yeah, that's right. Swank is back. Yeah, brother. Patrick says, "What's up, Swank?" Scott, Swanky, LOL. Ryan knows Swanky. Yeah, you guys call me Swanky on Tuesday.
Swanky.
We got Robbie from Jesus. I always want to say Let's Talk 716 Sports Blizzard.
What's up, Robbie?
We got Harold Fuller. The Ravens have injuries on the offensive line. Yes, sir. We're gonna go to those. Actually, Scooter, could you pull up those inactives too? We'll go over the Bills first. But we'll go over that because they had some big names on that offensive line that were a little banged up this week. Fellers, your inactives for tonight's game are as follows: Taron Johnson, which we knew about, no big surprise. Mike Edwards, which he's been on and off this list and banged up and whatever else all off season to this regular season. Terrell Bernard, which we knew about. Edufan Ulufushio. Man, I'm getting closer every week.
Say it fast and mumble the rest of it, man.
That's it. And Will Clapp.
Okay.
That's your list. RT, man, anybody on here shocking, surprising, make you upset?
Not really, to be quite honest. I feel like they have fortunately, and I'm going to knock on some wood when I say this, but they've fortunately stayed healthy through the first 3 weeks of the season, healthier than what I've seen in recent years, what we've seen in recent years. So these inactive actives have been pretty standard, I'd say, over the course of this season. And as long as everyone stays healthy, I would kind of expect matchups, depending, of course, that the majority of these guys that are inactive will continue to be inactive unless somebody goes down with an injury.
Yeah, we're hoping number 7 and number 43 don't continue to be on this list.
Right,
but
right.
Other than that, yeah, you're absolutely right, man. I don't think there's no surprises.
Right.
And I think depth.
Yeah, we want Teron Johnson and Terrell Bernard in there, but are we shocked that they're not? We know why they're not. They're hurt, right? So
exactly,
and we want them in there when it's time. We obviously saw what happened to Von Miller last year when they brought him in early, but he's reaping the benefits now. But you don't want to bring him too early. We're 3-0. You don't want to force anything right now. Right. It's not time to hit that red button yet.
Scooter, do you think it says anything that they, even with Terrell Bernard being out and linebacker being supposedly light, that they would also inactivate Edufan Ulufushunu?
They're bringing 4. So the Williams, Morrow, Spector, and Joe.
Buffalo Joe.
The reason Buffalo Joe will be there. That tells me that they're probably planning on sticking to a spy and a nickel defense. They're not going to bring a heavier set linebacking crew out there. So that there's a bunch of ways. There's a lot of different aspects to this offense. There's Henry, who I'm more concerned about than Jackson, but it looks like with just bringing the 4 linebackers, potentially they're just looking for speed, looking to fill the holes and containing Jackson.
Ooh, we'll get right into that here for sure. Did you get that Ravens inactive list pulled up?
I did. And here's let me pull it back over. So they don't list it out nice like the Bills do. So right now, both players are doubtful to play. This is Andrew Voorhees and Pierce, and I just got told that Voorhees is out and Pierce is out. That's an offensive lineman and a defensive lineman. It looks like their center, Tyler Linderbaum, 2022 first-round draft pick, is playing, but he is banged up considerable. Yeah. And then right tackle, they're starting Roger Rosengarten, a rookie. So that appears to be their offensive line, causing pressure. They're already letting up a bunch of pressure anyways. I think they're averaging 3 sacks, giving up a game. But having a hurt center, having a rookie right tackle, and Voorhees not playing, that's looking promising.
Yeah, so fellas, let's get right into the game. Guys, like you said, this is a tight 30, man. So we're talking about the offensive line on the Ravens. Let's talk about what we need to do to slow down this Ravens offense and what this defense might look like tonight going up against the Ravens. And RT, I'll throw it to you first, brother. What do you think?
Well, honestly, the one thing that we got to acknowledge that Baltimore does really well is their ability to show different angles on running plays. And that kind of creates a lot of confusion for even the best teams in the league, even a defense as good as Buffalo. You don't know what to expect when you have Lamar Jackson back there in terms of his running ability, his athleticism, but you pair him with who I talked about on the K-Gun, Derrick Henry. That just creates a whole new level, a whole new dimension when you have those two great running threats in the same backfield, essentially. And they like to use outside players inside. They like to use Isaiah Likely. They like to mix in Zay Flowers, much like, we would use a guy by the name of Isaiah McKenzie on these like jet sweeps or crazy, pitch type plays, or like a Deebo Samuel would be used, when healthy in San Fran. So Buffalo has to be prepared to really play all angles of the field. It's going to go left, it's going to go right, and it's going to come down the middle for sure. But I definitely think that the defense has to be on the P's and Q's, in particular, Buffalo's linebackers. This could be a matchup where the linebackers have to be aware of the middle of the field, covering tight ends, Isaiah Likely and Mark Andrews, who's gotten off to a really slow start. I think he's battling some health issues coming back from an injury, but nonetheless, those are the keys, I think, inside the hashes that are going to pay dividends for the Bills defense if they can keep the Ravens kind of angle type offense at bay.
All good points, all great points. I think, Mark Andrews, bummer, this guy. I have him on my fantasy team. I'm thinking I'm doing great. Got Mark Andrews, and
don't worry. So a lot of people have him on their fantasy team.
I know,
99% rostered.
But what is it? Shoulder injury, right? And then the car accident right before the start of the season. Like there's a lot of stuff going on. And Likely had that real big spark week 1, but then his production's kind of tanked too. Really, when I'm looking at this offense, it's all about Henry, Jackson, and Flowers. But before I go and put all my gush out there. Scooter Magoo, man, what do you think? What do we got to do? What's this offense looking like against our defense? What's the haps?
Well, to RT's point, the linebackers got to be flying around. And I saw in the comments our friend Bruce McKellar, who always puts out the doctor's report, he mentioned extra defensive tackles, but they were only bringing 4, and they're bringing a ton of defensive ends. So it looks like they're looking to count on the speed on that interior defensive line to take advantage of the injuries and the rookie that's in there playing for the offensive line for Baltimore. But it also looks like they're looking to keep them fresh and contained, to keep everything in the center of the field so those linebackers can run around, fill those gaps, and get tackles for losses. So I'm right with you, RT. That's the big part of the game. I'm not afraid of these wide receivers that Baltimore brings. Our defensive backfield has shown that they can hang with anybody. It's that run game. It's the play action. Let's create some pressure, not like pushing defensive linemen back, but let's create plays where you see a free man coming loose to make Lamar Jackson panic. And I think, like I said, with the rookies and the injuries, you can create some of those situations.
Preach, 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 preach. I was listening to a bunch of stuff this week leading up to this game and reading a bunch of stuff, and it seems like Lamar's more apt to go right and Henry's more apt to go left. They both have more success going those directions. When you force Lamar to throw outside of the numbers, his completion percentage drops drastically. So he's deadly over the middle. He likes to go right. Henry likes to go left. I was thinking the same exact thing. Our secondary, I'm not worried about a damn thing. I wrote right here, keep doing what you're doing. You know, the secondary just keeps doing their job. I'm fine with it. You got Spector and Williams in there. They've been doing a better than adequate job filling in those roles. You got Cam Lewis running around like a man on fire, making plays all over the place. I think that side of the ball, as long as those linebackers can sit where they are, and then you got Daquan and Ed and those big bodies in the middle filling them gaps and sticking to the script, there's a big chance that you can come away with a big win. I think that judging by the other games going on earlier today would be a huge step for the Buffalo Bills towards seedings and all that kind of stuff. I know it's a little too early. The one thing I want to talk about, I want to see him attack the ball. You're going after these monsters of men. We know what Derrick Henry is. We know what Lamar Jackson is. We know they want to run the damn ball. I want to see him punching that ball. I want to see gang tackles. I want to see him going after it, because if you make him uncomfortable, the only way you can do that is through ball security and being on him. So the only thing special on top of what you two have said for me, I want to see him attacking that ball. Let's see. Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
I like it.
Our resident weather woman, Lisa John, says there's a chance of showers, and it's 66 degrees down in Baltimore. Thanks to whoever asked what the weather was looking like down there.
Yeah, I just unmuted myself because I just said, yep, chance of showers. So there's no reason why you shouldn't, what they call it, the peanut punch from Tillman.
Yep.
You'll be seeing a lot of people jabbing at that ball today, if it's wet.
Hell yeah, that's what I want, man. Couple fumbles, get them sons of bitches. Look, they haven't had great games. Like I last week they got that win, great. The first 2 weeks, I don't know, man. It seems like the same old Ravens to me with Derrick Henry. Like that's what it is. They got one guy that can catch the ball. That's fast. They got a tight end that can catch the ball, but apparently they don't really want to use them that much. And then they got a bunch of running backs. The only thing that's really changed to me is Derrick Henry. And Derrick Henry's a beast, and he's fit for this type of offense. But this is not an explosive, high-powered, take time off the clock, or you know what I mean? They can't go down and score fast if you're asking for one Swank's opinion, man. I think this is something that's like very methodical, and you got to really get in a rhythm, and you really got to, pick and choose and whatever. And if you shut down just one, I think you're in for a good time. Let's flip over to the offensive side of the ball. Scooter, I'm going to start with you. What are you looking for from Allen and the crew tonight when they're going down to Baltimore?
Well, they've had success against a 3-4 defense, and that's a type of defense we're playing against today. So the Buffalo Bills, I think Josh Allen plays better. I said this about the 4-3 defense, but his passing game is a lot better against the 3-4s. I don't see much of a change than what we've seen against any of these other teams until the other teams can prove Allen and the Joe Brady offense wrong. keep doing what you're doing. Get James Cook involved early. I think that's something that's going to happen, and just create mismatches because we do have the talent on our team. We're loaded, as evident by the previous 3 weeks. So get on them quick, get on them fast. Take Henry away from this football game by going up by 2 or more scores. That's what you got to do, and I think the Bills have the firepower to do it.
I love it. It's perfect. Wrap it up in a bow, send it to your mom for Mother's Day. Delicious. Go ahead, RT. What do you think?
To kind of piggyback off of Scott's point, I'll go back to when Buffalo played Miami. That game largely got away from Miami because Tua threw, a few turnovers, right? If Buffalo's defense can play that game and create turnovers to Swank's point, to what you want of them getting, the ball hawk type plays, giving Buffalo's offense even better field position than the starting, 25 or 30, that's going to change this game early, and that's going to allow Buffalo to play free like they did against Miami, like they did last week, of course, too. And the way I see it offensively, though, if in fact that doesn't happen, because the one thing I will say about Baltimore is that they are well disciplined. They are a well coached. They are a very well coached team. Whereas I don't know if I could say the same thing about the Cardinals. I don't know if I could say the same thing about Miami. I certainly don't know if we can about the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are now 0-4. So this is a test, and I think the Bills are a type of team that recognize a different level in competition. So offensively, early, I don't want to see them take too many chances. I want to see them be methodical, much like Baltimore is. I want to see them utilize James Cook and Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox. And I talked to Scott about it, again on the K-Gun, but more so a West Coast type offense is what I think Joe Brady has kind of implemented with Josh Allen. It's not just all or nothing, big shots to Davis, big shots to Diggs. Yeah. It's 9 or 10 guys catching the ball. And that is extremely tough for a defense to stop. So if Buffalo can consistently utilize the playmakers that they do have, that nobody was talking about during the offseason outside of us, then this is going to be a really good offensive showing once again. And it's going to show that I think big picture why this team has been so successful. McDermott has trust in his coordinators. Joe Brady, Bobby Babich, they're doing really well. And he's just giving them the keys while he oversees the make of the car.
And I tell you what, RT, these big plays aren't happening 30, 40 yards downfield. They're happening with the 5-yard digs, drags, and they're happening with the screens with our yards after catch by Shakir and James Cook and crew. That's what's creating the plays are creating the short plays are creating the big plays with our yards after catch, and it's the play calls. So Joe Brady's got to take a lot of credit.
It's demoralizing for a defense too to not know who to double cover, number one, and number two, when the play that's 5 yards turns into 15, or the play that's 2 yards turns into 8. It's like, okay, so not only do we not know who we're going to, but which one is going to eat on this play or on this drive when it's that everybody eats. Everybody kind of laughed at that, but now you're seeing it, and that's what makes offenses deadly. That's what made offenses like the Patriots, the Colts, and the Steelers with Brady, Manning, and Roethlisberger so damn good in that time, was that they had a lot to offer as an offense. So I'm expecting more of the same. It sounds kind of cliche, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep doing what you're doing and keep pounding the hammer.
And giving it to Cook is what's been working.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I think boring football is good football.
Sure.
It's all the fundamental stuff. It's all the stuff that's, would anybody trade what these game plans have been the last 3 weeks for any other? There's nothing else. It's really fun when he's bombing it out 60 yards and they're catching big splash plays. I don't need that when you're winning 47 to whatever. To me, you're chunking out these big 15, 20-yard plays on just these seemingly dump offs to James Cook and Shakir and all these guys. Everybody's getting involved. It's like you're saying, to you guys' point, man. Everybody eats. You don't know who to cover. Who do you cover? Yep. Because you pull a guy over here, man, you got 3 other dudes that are just running routes. They're just as apt to get a ball thrown to them as anybody else on the team. So You guys all said it, man. All I said for offense, keep doing what you're doing, boo boo. Like that's it. you just they're playing it perfect. Don't get too big for it. Keep Josh nice and settled. How mature does he look the first 3 weeks of this season? Taking what's given to him, like just amazing. So just more of the same for me.
And it's funny, you said boring football, and it's not like we're doing any flashy plays. It's boring football, but we're still scoring 30-plus points a game. We scored 34 points in the first half last week. Keep riding it.
Tom Brady is going to be whatever until Josh Allen surpasses him. Tom Brady will be known as the greatest quarterback of all time. And look at what he did.
Mm-hmm.
He was decisive, and he made the right choice when the time like arose. That's it.
Yep.
You know, you can go back and watch a ton of footage on Tom Brady, and a lot of those drives are boring. They're boring, but he moves the ball. He chunks out 5 to 10 yards every play, and they march right down there and they score and they stack points. And, you know, he did it with a mismatch. You know, one year he'd have a stud receiver, the next year he'd have some guy you never heard of, and then all of a sudden he's a stud the next year, and then this and that. The thing was, they always had a great line, and they always had a good running game, and Tom Brady was able to orchestrate it the whole way down. And that's kind of Bills Mafia, what you're looking at right now.
Yeah,
is this really diverse offense that isn't splashy and flashy, but the players are getting yak. Everybody is just putting everything into it. So it's I love it. I love every second of it, dude. You guys are killing it in the comments. We have 736 folks tuning in. It's 7:22. We try to keep this a nice tight half hour. So we got about 8 minutes to play with. Guys, we got to bring this up. It's just Spaghetti-O Nation, man, has taken the Bills Mafia by storm. This started here with all of our folks in our comments. Last week, my boy Corey, he put together his Spaghetti-O Chug video. He's upping his game this week, and I'd invite all of you to watch along and watch a legend be born here on Sunday Sessions.
Yes.
All right. Hopefully this is my daughter on the camera, guys. Hopefully she started it good. Well, we got the Ravens today, boys. 4-0, man. 4-0. Can y'all imagine? Woo! Y'all chocolate SpaghettiOs, baby! Whoa!
He's a legend.
That hit my headphones. That hit my headphones good there.
He's a legend, man. The kid's a legend. I mean,
I can't have Corey do that by himself, man.
He's doing it. He's doing it.
Okay.
Look at him. Go ahead, buddy.
Corey, cheers, my friend. I brought a spoon because I need to get these meatballs. Mm-hmm.
You don't want to get that jersey dirty either.
Yeah, dude, you got to be clean with that jersey. All right.
Cheers.
Listen, man, he's not it. This is sweeping the nation. Our boy, Patrick Hughes, right on it. Here we go. Oh, my bad. Here we go.
All right, Keegan, Swank, Corey, here's mine. Football. SpaghettiOs. And yes, Swank, just like a hobo, right out of the can.
You and Scott, bro.
Go Bills.
Hell yeah, go Bills.
That's awesome.
Oh my God. How amazing. You know, it's just going to be a thing. I would like to show this because the SpaghettiOs thing, it's been going on for damn near a month now. Now it's just elevating. It's getting out of control. Corey and I had been talking back and forth on Messenger, and I was like, what about Spaghetti-O? Like Eddie-O, Oliver, and made this little guy. And we're probably going to have it up in our store. They want beer koozies and stuff. If you're interested in this little Macho Man Spaghetti-O graphic, I got you. So just let us know where you're at.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Let's see. We got one more thing here I want to do. 7:25. Like I said, man, it's a clip show this week. We did not get to our boy Eli last week, and we got to. The kid's a phenomena. Every game he's called, we've won. So between SpaghettiOs and Eli, like, we're on it.
You got to keep it going.
So guys, without further ado, you love him, we love him. Eli.
Welcome to Getting Locked Down. This Sunday at 8:20 p.m., Bills versus Ravens. Prediction 2021. Let James Cook. Touch the block, Henry. And Josh Allen uses bionic arm since the Ravens' pass defense has been pretty crappy this season. Shout out to 26 shirts, helping Punt Pediatric Center Foundation with their new shirts. Shout out to William Matar for being the biggest motorcycle fan in the world. Also, William Matar, may I please be in a commercial? And as always, peace.
William Matar did respond to his message
Did he?
there on X on Twitter.
Really?
That is
What'd he say?
He just said something. Eli's got the best the score predictions, all that stuff, but he did respond, so that's freaking awesome.
Eli's been responded to from Kyle Brandt. Eli's got William
famous.
Matar. He's famous, dude. He's the most famous dude that's associated with 24/7 right now.
Hurt the
I'm
car?
sorry.
No.
I'm sorry,
William
Mark.
Matar.
I'm sorry, Mark. Dude. Great job,
That's
Eli.
great.
So that'll kick off.
4444.
Hurt in the car.
William Matar.
That'll kick off our score predictions here. Let's go score prediction X Factor. I know you guys did an X Factor on the K Gun Report. I was not a part, so we're doing it again.
Mm-hmm.
All right, RT, what do you got, buddy? Score prediction and X Factor for today.
Score prediction, I'm going Buffalo Bills 34, keeping the streak alive of 30 points or more. 34. I will say the Ravens keep it close. I'm going to go 34-27. That's my score prediction. And my X Factor, got to bring out the dry erase board once again. There was something called the cold front. You guys remember that defensive line?
Mm-hmm.
Mario, Jerry Hughes, Kyle Williams, Marcel Darius. We got a new cold front. We got to bring the cold front to Baltimore tonight. Get after the, dare I say, overrated Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. Bring the cold front to Buffalo. Stop the run. Force Lamar to beat you. And I think you can go 4-0 if you do that.
Hell yeah.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Scooter Magoo, man. Tell the people. Tell them what you got.
My score prediction from the K-Gun Report's not going to change. 35-24. Like RT said, we're hitting the 30 buck. X Factor is also going to remain the same. Seeing who they brought in for this game, actives and inactives, the edge is going to be key. Russo, Epinesa, Von Miller, don't let Lamar Jackson get around you. Pinch those tackles down. Make it so there's a congestion inside the middle so we can control Henry. Edge is set. That's the key to the game for sure.
Just so nobody thinks I'm cheating here. 35-24.
Nice.
We're on the same page there, Scooter.
There you go.
My X Factor, if you didn't see it, going with the theme, SpaghettiO, man. My buddy plugging up the center, making Lamar think twice about doing what he's doing, making Henry pay for whatever he's about to try to do. I think if those guys can stand true, stay strong, fill their gaps, it's going to be a hard night for Lamar and company tonight. So that's where I'm at. 35-24, absolutely keeping the over 30 points per game sled rolling right down the hill.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. Lisa John says 31-24 Buffalo. Spartan is in the comments.
This is Sparta.
Spartan, are you doing a SpaghettiO video? You got to do a SpaghettiO video today, right? You got some time. You got about 50 minutes. Corey says Eli with the best video of the night, dude. It's it's hard to beat Eli, man. Like I don't think there's a competition going on here, but Eli kills it, dude. And it sucks, man, because you jump through a table after you chug SpaghettiOs. I don't know, you know.
It's you know, you do that, and then you have that kid doing like the Hulkamania, you know, jacket opening with the William Matar. That was impressive stuff.
Oh, right here, man. Lori says they wrote to her, and Matar wants them to go down to the office and do a video.
Oh, very cool.
That's awesome.
That's sweet, dude. Yo, does Eli have a 24/7 or an FLX Mafia shirt? If not, we got to hook him up with that. So let us know, Lori. You know. Let's see. Spartan says X Factor's edges, agreeing with Scooter Magoo.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. Great video, Eli. Now, if Corey and I can get Eli into a SpaghettiOs thing, we win K Gunners of the Year. Yeah, hell yeah,
K
dude.
Gunners of the Year.
Paulette says Bills 36-28. Debbie Emerton. Hey, Debbie, how you doing? 31-27 Beals. John Johns 24-17 Bills. Defensive line keeping containment. I love it. Corey says D-line's the X Factor. 35-32 Bills win. Corey's trying to give us a heart attack. Go Bills, Joe. Absolutely. Chris Christian 69-13, dude. All right, bro. Eli says X Factor is always Josh Allen. Debbie
I like that take. I like that take.
Man.
He's not wrong.
No, not at all. The Chiefs squeaked it out 17-10. That makes me very angry.
The Jets lost. That always makes me feel good.
Oh God, that game was that game was ridiculous. Dude.
When Zerline missed, I fell off my couch, rolling on the ground laughing.
Yeah,
I could not help it. It was the best.
And every time Rogers connected with Lazard, it's like, oh, they got a connection.
Yeah,
every time it's like, stop.
Did you see it in the first half? The first quarter, Mahomes looked like garbage.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
After the first quarter was over, I tweeted out somewhere Collingsworth's head is exploding right now. he can't handle this right now.
They're going.
Well, here's a guy that'll pick it up in the second half and get a couple calls.
That's what it is, dude. I was sitting there thinking, how would he call this right now? Because
Patrick Mahomes rolled into Rashee Rice's knee, and he did it so well. We've never seen a player take out the receiver like that,
dude. Well, that was somebody.
Is that not crazy?
Yeah,
ridiculous, dude. There's somebody in the group I think was saying that, oh yeah, here's a guy that rolls into his primary wide receiver's ankles just so that he can get to know the rest of their wide receiving core on his team. Smart football.
Everyone else has got to shine. That's why he did it.
Yeah. Spartan says he posted a SpaghettiO video to our page. Go check that out. He said he hasn't seen it yet. Jerry, accept that man's SpaghettiO chug. Come on, Jerry.
Yeah, come on.
Adam says, I'm too superstitious to make a score prediction. They need to play as a single unit, keeping the flame burning.
Yep.
All right, Adam. All right. Eli likes to do X, Y, and Z factors, and Shakir is his Z factor, and I love it. Good job, Eli.
The X back is Coleman, so the Z back would be Shakir in this situation. So makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Lori, Eli, get at us with your sizes, and we'll send you some stuff. Let me see. Swank, when are you going to open and eat your can of SpaghettiOs? And Ryan Thomas, you need to as well. All right, Patrick. I'll tell you a little inside baseball here, man. I was telling these guys I've been trying to kick this SpaghettiO can down the road because I know when we go to the 49ers game, I know everybody's going to want to chug SpaghettiOs. I'm trying to push it down the road.
You want to savor the moment.
Yeah.
SpaghettiOs.
Yeah. I really want to savor it.
And by the way, that is official. We do have the tickets in hand, so we are going to the San Francisco.
Yeah, we will be at the
Sunday
49ers
night
game.
football game.
Our team scored some tickets.
What day is that?
It's Sunday night, December 1st.
Oh, okay. Hey,
is it the 1st? Are you sure? So. I think he guessed. I don't think it's the 1st. I think it's the 14th.
Either way, that might be doable.
Yeah. Let us know. We'll be there. You guys hook up with us. Message. We'll be around, man. Robbie says my score prediction is 34-21. Bills, go Bills. Yeah, I said it. Hi, Swank and gang. Well, yeah, I can't leave my boy Robbie hanging.
Name, I'm over the track. Yeah, I said it. What you need to do is get back.
All right, guys. Debbie's going to be at the game too. Hell yeah, Debbie will hook up. Send us a message. She says she's in section 138. Nice. Guys, I pushed it a little further. I missed last week. I'm very sorry. It's 7:35. I got to make chicken wing dick. I got dip.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I thought I heard that.
Yeah, well, hey, Jack and Ginger's rolling real nice.
It's a delicacy, Swank. It's all right.
I'll take your word for it, bro.
That has to be a t-shirt now.
Yeah. Chicken wing dick.
Dip it in some blue balls. There you go.
All right, guys. Let's go ahead. Quick little final thought. Go Bills and get you out of here. RT, tell them where to find you and hit them with the final thought.
Where you can find me Wednesday night at 8, Buffalo Fanbase Network, live this Wednesday, recapping hopefully what I anticipate will be a huge win for the Buffalo Bills, moving to 4-0. Spoiler alert, that might be actually what happens tonight, and that'll be what I'll be talking about on my podcast, the Thomas Take Sports Podcast. And final thoughts, where you can find me at Ryan Thomas Take on all social media platforms as well. I'm really excited for tonight's game. I remember a lot of years where I really wanted a primetime showing. I feel like we're really spoiled now, maybe a little bit overly spoiled. You guys know I love my 1 o'clock Sunday games the most, but I love Sunday night football. That's my favorite version of primetime that there is, and I'm really excited for the matchup. I think this is the game of the week, and it's going to be happening pretty soon here. So buckle up, Bills fans. It's going to be a fun night.
Oh, yeah. Scooter Magoo, what do you got, brother?
Enjoy the game. We always say one game at a time. This is the team that we haven't, to the likes of we haven't seen yet this year. We played a high-powered passing offense. We played a scrambling quarterback twice. We played a sit back in the pocket quarterback once with Trevor Lawrence. Now we got somebody that is a game changer, MVP. No matter how you look at it, he was voted twice. So it's a game that we haven't seen, and it's a good test to see if the Bills can adjust and play a specific kind of defense against a specific kind of offense. So it should be fun. One game at a time. Eat those SpaghettiOs. Go Bills.
Hell yeah. Guys, this is the team we've always wanted. You just slow eating SpaghettiOs is really throwing me off my game right now, Scott. You did great. These are the kind of games.
Nice mic now, Swank. I can be slurpy if you want. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead, bud. Go ahead.
That's worse than chicken wing dick, by the way. Everybody mark that.
It's on par for sure.
They go together. That's how you know it's good.
I get like murderously angry when like people are eating like directly in a microphone. Jerry found that out one day. He was just like, he came on and thought it'd be funny. He was like gnawing on it, and I was just like, you need to stop right now. Like whatever. Anyway, guys, we waited a long time for this team to be this good. I think that there was a period of time where maybe we would be slightly fearful of a game like this, right? We finally got a primetime game, and but we got to play this team, and oh man, and rightfully so. 9 times out of 10, we weren't winning those games pre-Allen. Now, you are the best team in the AFC, the best team in the NFL. I'll say it right now. This is the game that you need to come out and lay the smack down and show them who's up. You've beat all these other teams that are different types and shapes and sizes. The Jaguars surprisingly hanging with a Texans team that's supposed to be amazing, right?
Yep.
But there's all these things. I think all that noise aside, man, go play your game. Beat them the way you beat them. Don't play down to them or play to them. Play your game and make them beat you. That's it. That's the kind of team we have right now. Guys, love you so much. 919 of you. Don't forget, we're part of the Buff Fan Base Network, also sponsored by 26 Shirts. Go to 26shirts.com. Give them all your money because Del Reed and the gang are going to do way better things with it than you will. You'll help out a family in Western New York. You look fly as hell, and it's a win. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Go